Hi, thanks for tuning in to Yoga with Jen Hillman. Today I'm going to show you some stretches that will help to alleviate tension in your wrists and forearms and hands. Now I know that's an area that most people don't think of as having tension in your wrists and forearms and hands, but when you think about it, we spend so much of our lives typing on a keyboard, texting on your phone, or even driving in your car. All are ways that we use our hands that build up a lot of tightness in your wrists and forearms. So that can be problematic when you start to get some inflammatory response. You start dealing with arthritis, some carpal tunnel syndrome, all kinds of problems and issues that could easily be avoided by just following along with some of these simple stretches that I'm going to show you. So go ahead and favorite this video and get ready to learn some really nice, easy stretches to work out your wrists and hands. So to get started, we'll start on your hands and knees. So this is a couple of good ways to stretch both sides of your wrist. One way is to bring the tops of your hands down onto the floor with your fingertips pointing towards your body. And just this alone can be enough stretch for the tops of your wrists, so you can stay right here. But if you're fairly flexible or desire more sensation, then you can start to lean your weight back, which will deepen the stretch through your wrists. So you can just hold this for a few breaths, stretching into the tops of your hands here. I'll bring my palms back down to the floor. And to stretch the inside of my wrist, I just turn my fingertips to face back towards my legs. And then again, you can stay right here. This is enough stretch, or you can start to lean your weight back. But if you lean back, try not to peel your heels of your hands away from the floor, but keep the heels of your hands planted down so you reach your weight back and that stretches into your forearms. So again, just taking some nice deep breaths here to stretch through your arms. Now go ahead and release that and just come sitting down. So you can essentially mimic those same stretches by using your hands to assist the stretch. So I'll use my right hand to stretch my left wrist down. Then if you make a fist with your fingers, it will also stretch the ligaments across the tops of your hands. And I'll flip my palm open, use my hand to peel my fingers apart. Then you can even stretch each finger individually, which kind of helps. It's surprising to notice how one finger feels maybe more tight than the other. Again, most people don't think about the tension that they have in their wrists and hands. But once you start getting into some of these stretches, you'll really be able to tell where it's tight. And you can even stretch your thumb open. And again, I'll reach back, stretch my entire palm open, stretching through my entire forearm here. And you can just roll it out a few times in both directions. Then I'll try the other side. So using one hand to press the other palm down towards my arm, stretching through the top of my wrist. Then you can add to this sensation by making a little fist with your fingers, curling your fingers in, taking this stretch a little bit deeper. Then I'll flip my palm open, stretch my fingers open, stretching through the palm of my hand. And again, stretching through each finger individually really helps to isolate any place where there's tension. You know, I'm a massage therapist, so I have a lot of tension in my forearms and wrists. So doing these kinds of stretches feel really good and help to keep my arms and hands in good, healthy condition. And stretching my thumb open too is really beneficial. And again, I'll just stretch all my fingers open, really opening through the entire palm of my hand. And just roll it out a few times. So these are some simple stretches that you can do on your own, pretty much anywhere you are, at your desk, at your office, in your car, whatever. But if you're at home and you want to practice another stretch that's really great for working out your forearms, and you come lying down onto your belly. So once you're lying down, you flip your palms down to the floor, and then work on bringing your arms underneath your body with your palms facing down. So this already can be enough stretch for a lot of people to just lay on your arms just like this. So you can stay just like this as long as you need. Then you can start to deepen this stretch and get more power by lifting one leg up away from the floor. So you shift your weight forward into your shoulders to lift your leg up high. Then drop your leg back down and try the other leg. So see what you notice from one side to the other. Maybe one side is a little easier, or if the other side is a little more challenging. And lower down. Then from here, you can really work into your forearms and elbows. This is really good work. It's intense and kind of uncomfortable, but it does really good work, and over time it gets easier. If you firm up both of your legs together, then lift both legs up and back. Now for some of you, you can only just lift your legs barely off the floor, and that's okay. You just lift and work hard. But as you shift your weight forward, then you can start to lift your hips. And then there's an even deeper variation of this pose, and just for fun, I'll show you, where you lift your hips all the way up. Now nobody's expecting you to do that most intense variation of the pose. Just wanted to show you for fun to see what's possible in your body. But I definitely feel a great stretch through my elbows, through my forearms and my wrists, just from working that rotation in my forearms. So it's really, really good for you. And just lifting one leg at a time can be pretty intense. And so you just start there a little at a time. And as you get stronger, you start to lift both legs up. And even if they just barely come off the floor, that's a step in the right direction. And it helps to open up, release that tension through your forearms and wrists. Then one day, eventually, you can kick your legs all the way up over and reach your toes down to touch your head. But that might be a long way off for some of you. It's okay. You just keep working. And maybe all you need is just a few wrist rolls, pressing your palms down, then opening through your fingertips, and that can be really great work as well. So thank you so much for watching.